Hello guys, this is my classic review for Gojira. This is the original Godzilla. It came out 2 years later in America with some changes with added actor like Raymond Burr. But I'm gonna talk about the Japanese version, which I think is better mainly because it has more scenes and it's just a better film. And I really don't mind reading subtitles. If it was dubbed, I would be okay, but I'm fine that it was subtitles. This is something every Godzilla fan should see. If you haven't seen it and you're a Godzilla fan, then you gotta go see it now. For those who aren't really Godzilla fans but want to know more about it, this is definitely a place you could start checking Godzilla out, because this is, of course, the original. Of course, if you're not used to the old style black and white movies like that, it might be a little bit hard to get into, but once you get into it, you'll really enjoy it. It stars Akira Takarada, which was going to be in the new movie, but his scene was cut out. He plays Ogata. And Miko Yamane is the female lead. She is the love interest of Ogata. I believe in this movie she's also supposed to be engaged to Dr. Serizawa, but she's clearly in love with Ogata. This is also the movie that introduces us to Daisuke Serizawa, which is the inspiration for Ishiro Serizawa in the new movie, if you've seen that. The story starts off in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of Japan, and there's a fishing boat, I forget the name of it. It basically burst in flames from an H-bomb test. They send rescue boats, but the same thing happens to them. But there are a few survivors, and they say that it was a monster, and one of the villagers they arrive in, it says it's Godzilla, or in Japanese, Gojira. At this point, nobody knows if it really was Godzilla or if it was just something else. But then later that night, in that village, Godzilla destroys the village, or some of it at least. And that is where they get their first look at Godzilla. Of course, you don't really get to see him. You maybe see something, I don't know, I don't think so. So the scientists arrive in that little village, and they search for signs, and they see a little prehistoric creature in the ground from Godzilla's footsteps, because he's from the bottom of the sea. When they're exploring more, they find Godzilla, and it's that scene where he's over the hill and everyone's running down from it because they're scared of him. So now they know it definitely is Godzilla, or just a monster, and they named it Godzilla. So at this point, they're trying to figure out what to do. So Miko Yamane's fiance, Dr. Serizawa, is now looked upon, like seeing if he has any answers on what they should do. Yeah, he says he has no idea what to do, but once the reporter leaves, he shows Miko what he's been doing, which is creating this machine that could possibly kill Godzilla. It's called an oxygen destroyer, and she says you need to use this to kill Godzilla. But Dr. Serizawa knows that if he releases it to the world, it could be very bad, because the weapon is very dangerous and it could change the world in a bad way. So Dr. Serizawa doesn't let them use his weapon to use against Godzilla, because it would be dangerous. But then Godzilla attacks Tokyo and destroys it. This is the money shot for where you're gonna see Godzilla. This is the end part where you're gonna see Godzilla, and this is his main part in the movie. And now that Godzilla has destroyed Tokyo, Serizawa now sees that he'll have to use his weapon to destroy Godzilla, or more destruction will come. So Dr. Serizawa shows the world his weapon. He plans to go under the water, trigger his weapon, and then come back up and have Godzilla dead. But he instead stays down there so he can die with the oxygen destroyer, so the world will never know how to build it, because he's the only one that knows how it's made. So in the end, Dr. Zerasawa dies. So does Godzilla. Amiko and Ogata, I believe, get married. I believe they get married. I could be wrong. So, do I recommend this movie? If you're a Godzilla fan, it's a must-watch. And if you're a Godzilla fan and you haven't seen this, you're not a Godzilla fan. Now, for people who aren't really fans, you can watch it if you want. I definitely recommend watching it, especially if you love the kaiju genre and haven't seen it yet. So this is where I'm going to end this video. This is my first classics review, and I'm glad that it was Gojira. Thank you for watching. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Like the video, subscribe.